Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka your Workman's Pomp, and today I'm back with a follow-up for the Vintage Armor brand. And I'm actually really excited to do this review because I really like the first Vintage Armor product that I tried. And so today I'm going to be talking about the hair clay, Kutari, and I probably pronounced that wrong, but I tried, so just give me that. So what makes this stuff unique is that this is supposed to be a firm holding or heavy holding matte finish clay. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, looking at it, one thing I really like about Vintage Armor is I really like their look. It's very clean and it's very simple and it's nice, and I like that a lot about the brand. So, you know, like just looking at it, it's just a really nice label, really nice container. Everything about it pops. On the side it says bring back the pomp, and then it has the ingredients and says that it's proudly made in Malacca. Could have said that wrong as well. So the ingredients are aqua, Canaline clay, Benetton clay, beeswax, soy wax, caramanua wax, PEG 40, hydrogenated castor oil, petroleum, and fragrance. So this is definitely waxier, which you would expect out of a clay because you want it to be drier. Opening it up, you can see it's got kind of like that almost like grayish look to it. And the scent on this, to me, it's kind of like a fresh floral scent. It has kind of like those notes that you would expect out of, you know, just fresher scents. It's nice. To me, it kind of triggers my allergies because it's almost bordered on the scent of like a perfume, like the pungentness of it. But at least in the jar, but when you get it in your hair, it isn't overly aggressive. The breakdown on this and scoopability are really easy. You can see that with minimal effort, it breaks down in your hand. Applying it is pretty easy too. To me, I feel like it's definitely a, when you're putting it in, you can definitely feel that this is a waxier product. It kind of has that, I feel like, a dry apply, although scooping is a lot easier that you would expect out of a drier, heavier clay, a clay type product. Combing this back, you can see there's definitely, you can see like how my forehead's pulling back. There's some pull to it. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely like a waxier type product, like I was saying. I feel like this product slicks pretty easy in the hair, but it definitely comes off super dry as well. Now, super dry for a clay is definitely what you want because you want texture and you want volume. So it kind of walks, at least in what I felt, kind of like a middle ground because it's easy to slick, but it also feels, definitely feels like a clay and feels drier in the hair once it starts to set. Styling and combing is pretty easy, surprisingly. Like, the only issue that I had is, like, you know, once you start to apply, it starts to set and then it starts to firm up a little bit. Using my pick, I'm going to style with the pick because my hair is finally getting long enough. You can see you can get some decent volume with this stuff. Pretty easy. And you know, because of where I'm at in my truck and stuff like that, it's it might look like my hair is really shiny. I've always said this in most of my reviews that my hair usually looks on the shinier side when it isn't in the light because it's so dark. So this product, when looking at it up in the mirror, it definitely looks matte to me. And I think that's gonna do it. I'm just gonna lock it in. So only issue I had with this, it's nice and sticky. Only issue I had with this product is that it kind of started to, at the end of the day, well, kind of like endurance wise, it kind of started to lose its hold and do what I've noticed most clays do that are on the drier side, which is it'll start to kind of like your sides might start to kind of flake out, or your style might start to pop out. Like right here, I've had some issues with like this part of my side popping out with kind of like products that are drier. So but it's not too big of an issue. So the only thing is that I would say for the purposes of the product, I would say that it doesn't really feel, whoops, I'm slamming myself in the head with this stuff. It doesn't really feel heavy. It feels more like a firm to me. But it definitely has good stickability at the beginning, and it'll start to taper off as you hit heat and kind of go throughout the day. So what are my thoughts on the Vintage Armor hair clay? Well, I think it's pretty good. I definitely think it's a easier to apply, pretty sticky and tacky product. I don't think that it's a true like heavy, but it's definitely a matte finish, and it's definitely more on the firm side. If you have a shorter hairstyle like me, the endurance might taper off at the end of the day, but overall, I think it's pretty good, and I think it'll give users who are looking for a matte product that's on the heavier side what they're looking for. You can see with my style, I got a pretty decent pomp with minimal effort, and you can get contours and comb overs or whatever you want to call them pretty easily as well. If I had to rate this, I would give this a 3.9 out of 5. This is a good product. If you're in the area, aka overseas, aka Malacca, I always say that wrong, sorry. If you're kind of, you know, if you're in the Malaysian area and you're looking for a matte product that's on the heavier side, I think that this would be a really good, reliable product. I've noticed it's getting, like, a lot of the products are getting better, definitely. I've noticed that, like, a lot of the products are super heavy that I get that are from, you know, the Malaysian area because of the heat. And this stuff, I think, is a good middle ground that would hold up for a little bit in the heat, endurance-wise, but definitely doesn't have a lot of the bad qualities that you would expect out of a clay product, whereas, like, it's a little bit slicker, but it dries into what you would expect. So overall, I like it. It's not bad. If you guys are in the area, give it a shot. If you've tried this, let me know what you think. Leave some comments, or you know, ask me some questions if you want to hear something else about this. And have a good one.